Of course not. Nothing's too high to illustrate the greatness of your father, Adrien. A man who was able to combine talent, presence, and courage.
What has it been? 6 months since we got the last episode, and suddenly the hiatus is over. And we ended it with an interesting episode with many interesting talking points that I will go over in this review. We start the episode with a flashback to season 5 where Luca is leaving Paris for Brazil because he knows Ladybug and Cat Noir's identities.
If I stay, I'll only make it harder for Monarch to be defeated by Ladybug and you.
I'm glad we got this scene of these two. We don't see them together that much, and this scene also implies that Adrien doesn't want Luca to be far away from his family, since Adrien knows what it's like to be lonely. We cut to Marinette running through the houseboat and then gets ambushed by a horde of reporters as Ladybug asking about Gabriel Agreste. We cut to Marinette running through the houseboat and then gets ambushed by a horde of reporters as Ladybug asking about Gabriel Agreste. Marinette hides in Luca's room, and this is the most realistic nightmare I've ever seen in the show.
I lied to everyone, Luca. I told them that Gabriel Agreste was a hero, but the truth is, he was the supervillain. He was Monarch.
What? My father was Monarch? How could you hide this from me, Marinette?
Like, I always wake up in the morning confused as to why I am speaking to one person the 1 minute, but then they just transform into someone else the next. And this nightmare is the premise of Marinette's character for the episode, and I really liked it. Marinette wakes up and stumbles over her words while talking because of the secret and the nightmare. Marinette goes to Adrien's house to meet up with him and head to City Hall for a meeting.
Delivery of chouquettes and Marinette.
Just what I needed.
Are you talking about me or the chouquettes?
Marinette's remark actually got an audible laugh from me, and if Adrien showed his Cat Noir side a bit more, he would have said something like the chouquettes. After stumbling over her words some more, they head to City Hall with Natalie, where Miss Bustier and Theo, the creep from season 1, is presenting the proposal to build a 10-meter tall statue of Gabriel, and something caught my attention.
This is the proposal selected by the city of Paris to replace the vandalized statue honoring Gabriel Agreste.
Based on what she said, I understand that the previous statue that was in the park last season was vandalized, which does explain why I haven't seen it throughout season 6. Do you reckon Adrien has something to do with it? Perhaps he destroyed it as Cat Noir? Adrien, still grieving, walks out because he has doubts about his father being the hero everyone believes he is. Because all of his life, Gabriel was abusive and absent. Marinette rushes after him and she is about to tell him the truth until Natalie intervenes.
How do you know that? Neither of us were there.
Adrien,
Let's go home, Adrien.
That side eye makes Natalie seem like she's evil, but more on that in a little bit. They arrive at Adrien's house and Marinette can't take it anymore. She wants to tell Adrien the truth, but Natalie says otherwise.
we have to tell Adrien the truth.
Have you lost your mind? You want to tell him that you're Ladybug.
Well, I could tell him everything as Ladybug.
We have determined a truth. We're sticking to it. You need to grin and bear it, Marinette. It's too late to go back.
Now, Natalie is framed as the bad guy, but I agree with her. Marinette needs to hold it together since she is the one who decided to start this lie in the first place, and Natalie was initially the one who opposed it. And I never mentioned how this episode and all of season 6 so far has been able to convey the emotion that needs to be felt in a specific scene. I felt the tension in the last scene, and I felt Marinette's panic from her nightmare too. We cut to Luca and Marinette doing guitar lessons, and we meet Irupe, Luca's new girlfriend.
How are you? Hey, Rupe. Todo bien. Things are great. Why wouldn't they be?
I'm going for a swim.
You two make such a cute couple.
And I'm obviously mentioning her now because she is somewhat relevant later on. Marinette decides to go to Brazil to tell Luca the truth, and meanwhile we learn the real reason why Luca left Paris.
But I'm still in love with you, Marinette. You're so radiant, so strong. How could I stop loving you? If I stay, I'm scared this pain will turn the joy I feel about seeing you together into jealousy and ruin our friendship. That's why I'm leaving.
It somewhat feels like this came out of nowhere, him suddenly still having feelings for Marinette. And his reasoning does make sense since the last time he was akumatized was because of his love for Marinette. So I understand why he is leaving. And now he lied to Marinette saying that he is leaving because he has a girlfriend in Brazil, that being Irupe. But they aren't really dating. Astrobug arrives in Brazil and asks Luca to borrow his Miraculous. And the next scene is just wow.
Tiki, Sass, Unify.
Marinette, tell me what's going on.
Luca, I lied to the entire world.
Smart move for Ladybug to use the snake Miraculous in case something goes wrong, which technically happened. Any normal person would use this power for this purpose, to reverse time if someone doesn't react the way you'd expect them after telling them the truth.
I have to keep this promise and hide the truth from him, even if it burns my lips and my heart every day until the end of time. Do you think I did the right thing?
I don't know, Marinette. I'm gonna ask you something you'll probably find very strange, but please let me borrow your Miraculous.
There's so much emotion to this scene, and it is a crime to not be able to share the entire scene. And Luca asking for Ladybug's Miraculous is so odd and strange, and this entire scene is chaotic and full of emotions and tension.
Give me your earrings.
Oh, no! Tell me what you're gonna do and I'll take care of myself.
Marinette, I love you. You're the strongest person I've ever met, but this time I'm the one who needs to protect you. You have to trust me.
And Luca being aggressive was not expected at all. What was he planning to do with the Miraculous, and what does he know that only he can fix? There are so many questions I need answers to. And his gesture when asking Ladybug for a Miraculous is very similar to what Ladybug did when she was still handing out Miraculous, which is a pretty cool detail since he is a guardian in training. Marinette reverses time and heads back to Paris, and Theo gets akumatized after Adrien decides to not have the statue built. And the audacity of this man when he's getting akumatized.
I have something in mind, but I wouldn't dare.
Please do.
In that case, call me Mr. Agreste.
First copycat and now Mr. Agreste. What's his obsession with the Agreste family? Being traumatized, Adrien obviously has trouble fighting the villain, and I'm glad we got the call back to him cataclysming Monarch in Season 5 when he cataclysms the statue's hand.
No, I'm sorry.
No, given that it's Theo underneath all that clay, I wouldn't mind if he got destroyed. Cat Noir fights Theo, but he gets trapped in some rubble and his Miraculous gets taken. Ladybug arrives and she tries to defeat Theo, but she doesn't succeed, and she sums up her lucky charm 3 times, and they all are hint to Adrien, which I surprisingly got on my first watch. Adrien shows up and uses the megaphone to defeat Theo, basically exposing Gabriel for the horrible father he was.
Why didn't you want me to meet my grandparents? Why were you always traveling around the world instead of staying with Mom while she was sick? Why did you stop being popcorn and become this? A cold, heartless statue.
Again, another scene with so much emotion, and it hurts to know that Adrien will never get the chance to ever tell Gabriel all these things. And I suppose you could say the way Theo was defeated was because his perfect image of Gabriel Agreste was shattered. His image of Gabriel was reflected in the clay statue, and once he learned that all he believes wasn't true, the statue fell apart, much like his view of Gabriel Agreste.
It won't bring my father back. And it won't help me figure out who he was either. I guess I'm gonna have to live with unanswered questions.
I'm so glad Adrien is getting the screen time he needs to really explore his emotions. While he is proud that his father was the man who helped save the world, he also can't believe that the man he grew up with is the same person Ladybug told him about.
Luca knows Ladybug? Do you think he holds a Miraculous?
I don't know, Minoi, but Luca definitely loves having secrets.
So there isn't really anything interesting about her. I suppose this could be a cliffhanger for the Rio special, and some have said that what this girl is wearing is probably a Miraculous, but I doubt it. I'm sure it's some other magic jewel that we'll learn about later on. Wow! That was Gabriel Agreste. It was such a packed episode, and I will say it again. Season 6 is so amazing so far, and I can't wait for the next episode next month. That's all I have to say for now. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and check out my other videos. You might enjoy them too. See you soon and stay miraculous.